our college level. ಇಲ್ಲ ಏನದು ಅಮ್ಮ ಏನದು ಇದು ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು. Very good afternoon. Is that I'm audible? Thank you, Shamita. Before I'm going to be start, when you will be having an exam, a college exam. That can you anyone chat? Chat by the chat box from 19th. Okay, what the day today? It's on 5th, right? And today with the last session, uh, I need to give you one revision class that after you're completing of your exam, I'll just give you the revision class. So the concepts I'm covering today only. Remaining concepts. I will wait other and 2 minutes other let them add. Before that, last class I just started with the financial formulas. And that is that anyone got a doubt about future value and how did a match? Is that anyone have a doubt with last class? I have just explained about the future value and I have explained about the match case, index and lookup. Is that anyone have a doubt? Yes, Saida, ma'am, when will you send a video of the class? Yes, Pa, have sent the link to our head office. They used to create a link to YouTube. Once they have created and if they have sent the video to me, link I'll just forward it to you WhatsApp group. Okay. Still, I am also not getting that. Once they have sent it, I'll just forward you. Okay. Don't worry. Okay. I think any other doubts you have? And just say your friends, today will be the last session. Let them join the class. It won't be continue with the next other sessions. After you are completing of your session means your exam, we are going to be give you an revision class after you're completing your college exam. On maybe this month end, you will be having completing your exam, I hope. So once it has been completed, I'll give you a revision class. We'll schedule 1 hour, 1 or 2 hour. I'll just give you the revision class. Okay. Before that, is that anyone have a doubt with the previous value? I'll just start with the present value and PMT. Today I have so much of concept to cover it. So I can't give you the backup class what I have did in the last class. So if that anyone have a doubt, I'll just go by it. I'll start with a new subject, new concept, PV and PMT other concepts. I think no one have a doubt. We'll start our session. Okay. So last class I have explained about the future value. If you have an interest rate, if you have a amount, if you have a period number of period which you want to clear. So what will be the previous value I have to pay that we have seen. Sorry, future value we have seen. So in this today's session we are going to be deal with the present value. So what is this present value? It returns the value of the investment, the total amount that is of the series payment should be worth now. Okay, here we'll get a syntax like in PV rate, n per amount, and previous value if we have we can give, and type, which type, whether if it's an period of end we can give a period of end, if it's beginning we can give a beginning. So we know that rate is nothing but interest per rate. So N per is nothing but total number of payment period we have to give, and PMT is nothing but made to the each period how many amount we have to pay for the each period we have to mention, and FP is nothing but future value if we have we can provide it. Okay. For that, say we have given the question that is, and find the investment needed in a FD each will mature or maturity at 2.50 lakh. Okay, what is an amount? 2.50 lakh after 10 years, rate offers 12%. So here already have written the data. I just delete it. I just solve the previous only. I'll just write equals to. I'll give a function that is an PV, that is an present value. So present value, it's asking a first rate. What is the rate? It's in 12%. Either you can rate or either you can select. Already have prepared the data, you can be selected. Comma, it's asking next n per. So number of year is an 10 years. Comma, PMT I don't have, so let me select it 0 or you can type it 0. And future value that we have a 2.5. So let me select the 2.5, comma, what we have to select now? It is an ending of the period or beginning of the period. So investment needed, right? So it's a beginning of the year. Let me select the 0, close the parenthesis, enter. So total I need to pay 80,000 per an investment. So is the names. Okay. Now, let me go by the next. After 5 years, invested was rupees how much? 1,000. What will be the present rate? Okay. What present value is that? Kabir, Abhinav. Okay, I'll just delete the answer. I'll just write it one more second. Here cursor equals to PV, comma. So open the parenthesis. The rate is obviously per 10.
Hello, hello.
Okay, I have given a n per. N per is nothing but what? It's nothing but an year. How many years that I have going to be enter the data, comma. Next you have a PMT. Just a second. PMT was PMT. It's a 0. Then future value it's an 1,000, comma exact it's in beginning. So I'll select the 0, close the parenthesis, enter. So how much amount I need to give? It's an 620 per annum I need to be presented. Next, PMT. What is PMT? It's nothing but calculate the payment for a loan based on constant payment and constant interest rate. So same rate is an interest, and per is the total number of payment at the loan, and PV present value, FP future value, and type if it's a 0, it's an indicates about the beginning. If it's 1, it indicates about the end of the period. Okay. Next, set type equals to, if payment or due you can select it. Already we have discussed this. So let we'll go by the first question under the PMT. Here I have a question. A home loan abroad less than 40,000, sorry, 40 lakh is given to a individual. So I given the amount to 40 lakh to someone. Loan is offered at the rate of how much? 9.55 is a loan amount. Is an interest amount compounded monthly. So it's a very tough question. Loan is in 20 years. EMI to be paid in the beginning of the month. So what should be the calculation? So what is the formula we have to select? We have to select the formula is a PMT. Okay, let me check the answer. Let me delete it. The answer which I have already written. Let me write equals to PMT. So here you can see that calculation, the payment for a loan based on constant. Okay. So open the parenthesis. Let me select the rate. What is the rate? 9.5. But here I have given a EMI to be paid the beginning of the month. So find the EMI amount. So if I want to find the EMI amount, it has been defined by the month by month. So if they are present by the month, what I have to calculate? 365 days or 12 months? See the question, find the EMI. So if I want to find the EMI, I want to find for the beginning of the month. So if I want to assign the 365 days or 12 months. Is that, can anyone have answer? If I want to find for month, have to assign either the month or by 12 months or 365. Last class, I just explained you that how to select the quarterly, how to select the off year, how to select and for days, how to calculate for the per month or 1 year. So I just explained you. Now anyone say that if I want to assign it for the 12 months, oh sorry, EMI has to be paid for beginning of the month. So how many years I have to select? Either the 12 or 365. 365. Okay. Any other answers? Next, I'll give you the one more question for you. You people has to be solve it. Any answers? Shamita, Aditya, Aparnaraj, Chetan, Divakar. What will be the answer? Kanisha, Kiran, Kruti, Mansi, Nihal, Prithviraj. Zara, Punya, Tarun, Skandana. Is that, can anyone answer it? What will be the calculation right now? So rate, we know that it's a 9.5. So here it has been asked by the from the month. So I need to select 365 or 12. So right now I have to select into divided by 12. Why? It has been calculating by month. Okay. If they asked by the day, month, sorry. If they asked by the year, I need to select the 365. After my answer, you have told it. Okay, Lee. So I need to divide it by 12. 12 months, comma. Next, what is an N per? What is an N per? It's an per for 20 years. So 20 years into same 12 months, comma. Next, what will be the next? It's an PV. Present value is an 40 lakh, comma. Next, future value I don't have, comma. And next, at the beginning of the year or ending of the year? That beginning of the year, what I have to select? It is an E1. Okay. Click on enter. I'll get a 35,000 for 15 point something we have to pay for EMI per month. Okay, this is a calculation of present value. Sorry, this is an PMP. Now I'll delete this answer. Can anyone answer this? I'll just show you. I'll just explain the question. Mr. A is the person has taken a loan for 25,000 for 15 years. Rate offered by bank is 11.4 interest rate, compounded monthly. Now find the EMI. Now, and is that anyone will be answer for this question? I won't answer. I don't explain anything next. You need to answer. Tell the answer. What is it? So I'll just repeat it. It's a compound year. So it's an Mr. A has taken a loan of 25,000, 25, sorry, not 25,000, 25 lakh for 15 years, not for 20, 15 years. Rate offered bank is 11.4 interest rate, compounded monthly. Find the EMI. Can anyone answer it? I'll just give you the 3 minutes of time. You need to answer it. It's very easy. We have already explained at the last class and also today. Just find the amount. If you want a formula, just write equals to PMV, open the parenthesis. First you need to write rate N per PV type. So find it and present the answer. So I need to complete. I'm so much concept. Just say the answer fast. All should answer. Nisha, Preetham, Punya, Shivaranga, Kabir, Bota Kabir Ahmad M.N., Saida Zara, Tarun, Shamita, Saikat Bajumdar, Prithviraj, Niranjan, Nihal, Monica. I could not repeat every answer name. Just answer it. We should divide by the 365 per number as a day. Yes, correct. I want the answer. What will be the EMI I need to pay? I don't want the method what I want to do. I want the answer. What is an EMI at the month I have to pay? So I'll just repeat it. All of you listen. As an Mr. A has taken a loan of 25,000 for 15 years. Rate offered by bank is 11.4%. Component monthly. What will be the EMI? Now answer it. Hazao, you're the BCom student. You should answer it. So if we completed this concept, we'll go by the next uh, rate. Hey, everyone has to answer, pa. Calculate, open your mobiles, calculate it, and show write the answer in the chat box. Or you can say by the unmuting yourself. Unmute yourself and you just answer it. I didn't get answers still. I'll wait for other 3 minutes. Oh, 53,000. Okay, Shamita, she got an answer. Just 1 second. Let me see with the other answers. Uh, Shamita, you're nearest, but you have calculated with the other amount. Divakar, even though you're also wrong, it's not done. Mansi, loan amount has to be divided with the number of months or in total. Yes, Mansi. Number of months, how many number of months total? 12 months, you have to divide with it. You have to multiply. First of all, you need to multiply the per rate and you need to multiply the loan amount. Okay, I'll just show you. Thank you for a trial. Just see here, I'll just do it. Rate is in what? It's in 11.4 divided by how much year? So it's in 12, sorry, how many months? 12 months, comma, and for how many years? There is an 15 years has to be paid within 15 years, multiply into 12 months. Now, and for is an your present value, that is an your loan amount 25,000, comma, We don't have any previous value, so it's at 0. And type is an end of the month. I'm going to be C. So close the parenthesis and it's at 69,000, not 46 is your answer. Okay. So you need to first you need to divide the rate. Then you have to multiply your number of interest year. Okay. According to 12 months, you need to divide it. So same thing you have to follow for the next. I just forward you with the answer. You just open the one more Microsoft Excel workbook and you copy the same question. Don't copy the answer. You try it first. Okay. I just forward it to later towards. Okay. Next you have a rate. What is rate? Returns the interest rate per amount on a loan invested. So what you have invested the loan amount, according to it, what is the rate of interest we need to follow? It is an PMT is not mentioned. You can see we have to know that what is an PMT. Okay. So let me come over here. So investment rupees 100 become the worth 20,000 in 20 years. Okay. Let me see. Let me clear the answer. So type equals to, next is a rate, type a rate as a function, open the parenthesis, give a formula, sorry, what it's asking first, n per. So how many years? It's in 20 years, comma, PMT is not mentioned, so it's 0, and have explained future value will be the 100, comma, and present value will be the 100, future value will be the 200, comma, type is the end of the period. What will be happens in 4%. What is the interest rate? It is in 4%. Next, investment rupees 100 will double in 3 years. What is the rate of offers by the bank? So let me check. Here we have a formula. Let me delete it. Equals to rate, open the parenthesis, n per, what is an n per? It's in 3 years, PMT is in 0, and you can see that first of all we used to get a rate, so we are finding the rate, so we won't get the rate as an syntax. Okay, here first it has been assigned as an n per. Okay, so next is a future value is in present value is in 100, future value is in 200, and type is end of the month. So 26% is an interest rate. Okay. So next N per. So returns the number of period for the investment basis. So if you have invested any amount, within how many years you need to clear it. If you want to find, you can go by this. Okay. Let me find it. Here you have a question that is invested rupees 100 become the worth of 100, rate offered by the 12%. How many years? So here it is in years. Will it takes? Okay. So let me write a formula equals to n per is a formula. Open the parenthesis. What is in rate? It's in 12%, comma. PMT is in 0. Present value is in 100. Future value is in 500. Is in beginning of the year, it's in 0. Okay. What will be the n per? Means what is in how many periods which has to be clear. Within a 14 years, it has to be clear. Okay. This is finding of n per. Next, you have a IRR. What is it? It's an interest rate of returns. So if you have a cash flow, so if you want to find and what is an interest rate, so how to find it? Here you have, it's nothing but equals to IRR, open the parenthesis, you can see return the internal rate of returns of the series of cash flow. Open the parenthesis, here I given a cash flow, that is an investment has been done. Okay, sorry. Investment has been done as year income 1, as year 2, as year 3, till 10 years I have given over here cash flow. I just select it. I'll close the parenthesis. If I want to find What will be the interest rate of this? It's in 14. Okay, instead of here, I'll just explain over here. Okay, we have completed an financial function. Is that anyone have a doubt with this? Need to practice it. I'll just forward this right now to your WhatsApp group. Um, you can practice with it. Both the group I have sent it. You can check with it. You can practice with it. Okay. So next, let me go by the major concept and solver and protection of workbook, 3D map and condition formatting. We have already completed it, but using a formula, how to do the and condition formatting and pivot table. We know that. What is pivot table? It's nothing but analyzing the huge complex data into simplified manner. What we have find it the table. If I want to merge into the other table, how I can merge? Just I'll show you now. Okay. Next, first we'll go by the solver. Okay. So let me see what is in solver. Here, the solver. Before that, I'm going to be the solver. Is that anyone have a doubt with the financial function? Is that anyone has a doubt with the financial function? Both the PVF, PMT, IRR. I just wanted your answer. No, ma'am. Okay. Others? No. Okay. Let me go by the next solver. What is this solver? A solver is nothing but another Microsoft Excel add-ons. It's one of the kind of add-ons, not what you get in the insert tab. Okay, Excel insert tab is a kind of Microsoft add-ons, but this add-on is different comparing this insert tab add-ons. Okay, so it is a program you can see in a what if analysis. Same kind of what if analysis. I'll get as a solver. A solver is to find an option is a maximum and minimum value on a formula in an cell and call the objective cell objective to be constrained or limited a value of the other formula cells on the worksheet. So what if analysis, what it will do? Same it as it. It has some target. What should I need to be reached, right? So same as it is solver will also do same thing. But solver is an extra add-on concept. You need to be assigned the configurations. How? I'll just show you. So how to activate the solver? Usually you'll get in a data tab. I'll just go with the data tab and you'll see that you don't have any concept like a solver. You need to activate by the and add-ons. So how to activate? You need to go by the file tab. Under the file tab you have a more. Click on an option. Under the options group you have a add-ons. Click on add-ons. Under that, click on Excel add-ons instead of the select the Excel add-ons. Click on go to. It will take you to the Excel add-ons, and then click on a solver add-on. Click on OK. Once you click on OK in your data tab, we'll get a concept as in solver. Okay, we need to wait. Can you see that? I got a solver. What is solver? Same as it is as in what if analysis. Same as sorry. Yes, as in what if analysis, it will functions. So you have a some value. What will be it will be reaches. So you see, then what if analysis tool that find the optional value of a target cell by changing value in a cell used to calculate the target cell. Okay, let me select an amount here for that. I have given over here and data which is an particular I brought in jeans, shirts, t-shirts and shoes. The each quantity I brought it for 111 total 4 quantity I brought it. Okay, then each cost I have mentioned over here jeans 850, shirts 295, t-shirts 200, shoes 450. Total has one according to the quantity, according to the cost I given a total. Now I want to find, I have multiplied the value that is in quantity into the cost. So once I have total the value, I got an amount that is an 1820. But I have a voucher that is an 2000 voucher. I have a gift voucher. So I need to know that if I brought an 2000 round off method, how many jeans I can purchase, how many t-shirts I can purchase, how many shoes I can purchase, how many t-shirts I can purchase. If I want to calculate, you need to go by the solver. So you can click on a solver. Once you click on a solver, you can find the first concept that is an object. So in an object, what you want to change? I want to change the total amount of the whole cost. What you want to change into the 2000, that we'll see later towards. Already have assigned it. I'll remove it. Sorry. Uh, Let me remove it. Select it, delete, select it, delete, select it, delete. A last concept already have applied for your practical. Here I have selected set objects. What is set object? This is 1820. By changing of cell, what you want to change? You want to change either the rows or columns. What you want to change? I want to change the brand. So if I want to make it an 2000 round off method, so what quantity I need to be purchased? So I have selected the item quantity block. Okay. If item is an, if I want to apply for the 2000, I need to add a condition. If I want to add a condition, click on add. The cell of reference one, the first condition I'm going to be attend. The condition of first, if my value that is an item I should get. If the item is, I'm going to be give a rules, is that equals to, what is in first rules? It is an equals to, let me give, it's an it's an equals to cost rate. Okay, so I need to select, sorry, first rule is an, what I need to change, I want to change the total amount by the equals to, if it's equals to 2000. Okay, I need to assign it, click on add, means I need to get with the 2000 voucher. What I got a 2000 gift voucher, I need to be apply for this quantity. So the first condition is completed. If I click on OK, what I'll get the variant in a item, means 1.5, 2.3 I'll get. So it should not get like any fractions of our data. So what I will do, I'll select the cells. I'll go by here. In a condition, I'll just click on, if my value is an greater than equals to 0, I should get greater than equals. I should not get any 1.5. I should not get 0.5. So I given a second condition, if my range is greater than equals to 0 only, I should get. The last condition, if my range, there is an item, I should not get any fractions of data. So what I'll take an integer. What is in it? Is an integer. I'll just click on an integer. So click on add, click on close. If I click on a solver, I'll get a total amount that is an 2000. I'll click on a OK. If I click on OK, I'll get a 2000 is a voucher amount. It is a gift amount and a voucher amount has been equalized. But I need to purchase a jeans of one. Shirt I should not purchase. Why? Because I'll get a different of amount. And a t-shirt I should get one. And shoes I should get two. So if I purchase like this, I'll get my 2000. It will be equalized to my. So what I got the items, it will be equalized to my gift voucher. Is that clear, or did I want to repeat it again? Oh, have did. I just want to be repeated. Is that clear? What is solver? Same as it is. If I have some word, if I want to reach with my value, I should get how what I need to get. That you can go by the solver. I want to repeat it once again. I'll just repeat it 1 second. Let me add this all the value into 1, 1, 1, 1. Okay. So same, have multiplied the value. So I got back. Can you explain again now? Yes. Yes, I'm going to be explaining. Here I brought in some kind of, I'm going to be choose the item. Then jeans I have selected one, shirt I have selected one, t-shirt one, and shoes one. According to this, I got an cost, the total cost of here, and it's a 1 lakh, sorry, 1820 is the cost of total what I have taken. But I have a gift voucher, there is a 2000 gift voucher I have. It should be applicable for my total. So if I want to apply the 2000 gift voucher, how the cost will be there? So if I have a 1.5 of jeans, can I tear the jeans and I can purchase it? I can't be. So for third, if I want to purchase and for equalize to 2000, how it will be the how I can be purchase the individual item. So how? I'll just show you. I selected the total block. I went with the solver. Solver, you can't find a normal command. You have to go by the file. You have to go by the more in option. You need to select the add-ons. Under the add-ons, go by the Excel add-ons. Click on go. You get the solver add-ons. Click on OK. Once you click on OK, you'll get this solver add-ons. That is in a data tab. At the end, solver you'll get. Okay. So I'll just select the value. Okay. If you want this solver, what you have to do? You have to go by the get audience. You have to select the and solver add-ons. Okay. Next, I'll have given the data which is then depending on an invoice I've selected over here. So for the invoice, I have a 2000 gift. It should be equalized both the sides. So it should be equalized. What should be I have to do? I have to change with my quantity. So how I can change that? You can go by the solver. Next, let me go the solver. Let me delete this already prepared condition. Okay, let me remove this reference also. So here, set the object. What is an object? There is a cell of what I have to change. There is a cell of D6. There is a total block I have to change. Click on set. You want to find a minimum, maximum, or exact value, you can find it. What you want to be changing? You want to change the item of quantity. So let me assign it. And you have already one order. Let me delete it. Okay, so I need to give a condition if I want to get a total. If I click on a okay, if I click on a solve, I'll get a different kind of data. So I should get an equalize. So what I have to do, need to click on condition. So if you want to click on condition, to go by the add. So under the condition reference of cell, what is the reference? This D3. I need a total. It is an equalize. It should be equalized to what? It is a gift voucher cost. Click on add. The next second condition, the same, the range of item quantity what I need to select it, that should be equalized to greater than 0. It should not be less than or it should be not fractions. So I'll give add-ons. Next, the third question, my item quantity is greater, is integer. Integer means what? I should not get any decimals part. So I just selected the integer. I just click on OK. I'll just click on a cancel. Click on solve. Once you click on a solve, you'll get the data. That is an equal. Sorry, I just wanted to give a OK. If you didn't give a OK, it won't be calculated. So just go by the solver. Click on solve. It will be calculated. Click on OK. It will be calculated. Clear? Is that anyone have a doubt with this solver? No, ma'am. Okay, others? Others? Kruti, you have clear? Kruti, you have clear or did I want to repeat it one more time? Kruti, you have clear or did I want to repeat it again? Is that any other have a doubt with this solver? Same as it is what if analysis, but here it is a different kind of function. Yes, who is that? Someone spoke.
Ma'am, repeat again, ma'am.
Viraj, again, so many days you are asking the same question. Okay. That solver, how I can get? So this solver question, I should solver command. I won't get normally. It's not in default. You have to be activated by the add-ons. You have to go by the file, go by the more commands, go by the option. In the add-ons, you'll get it. Here you have a Excel add-on. Select it. Click on OK. You'll get a solver add-on. Click on OK. Okay. You'll get the add-ons in the solver command in a data tab. Okay, let me rearrange it. Okay, so I got it. My answer previous value. I've selected the value which I want to be changed. Means it has to be equalized with the voucher, gift voucher. I'll go by the data tab. I'll go by the data tab. I click on the solver data tab. I click on a solver. So here I'll already given a condition. I won't write again the condition. You just need to see. I selected the setter cell that is in set. I want to change with the this total amount. By changing of value, what I want to change? That I want to change a variable of a item. Okay. I selected the item here. That is a B2 to B5. So I have selected. It has been selected. You can see it has been selected by the absolute reference. So what is an absolute reference? It's going to be blocked both the column and rows. Okay. So now next you have an you need to give a condition. Without condition also you can be assigned, but without condition if you have assigned, you'll get the values and decimals part you'll get. Means if I click on or solve, just see, okay, I have already given a condition, so I get the proper answer. So if you're not given a condition, you'll get a different kind of answer. So it will get a decimals or 1.5 t-shirt, 1.4 t-shirt. So you can't make it 2 t-shirts into 1.4. Okay. So 1.3 or 1 is to 3 you can't be make it. So if you want to be give a proper answer, what you have to do? You have to give your condition by the add-ons. Okay. So by the add-on, you can give your condition. That is an first condition I have given. If my value, that is an item, what I have to change? It's equals to integer. Integer is nothing but I should not get any decimals of value. Okay. Next, have given is that my value is equals to greater than 0. It should not be less than 0. So I given my value means what I have brought an item, it should be more than equals to 0 only. And next I have given what it should be equalized. What I want to be equalized. I want to equalize to 2000 doesn't give total. So I have given D6 means my total value it should be equalized to the 2000. If I click on or solve, so I'll get the answer. Activate the cell. Okay, I'll get the answer. It is in 2000. If you click on OK, I'll get the changes. If you don't want, you can click on cancel. Yes. See the jeans is I can purchase one. Shirt I cannot be purchased because for my cost it cannot be applied. T-shirt is on one, shoes is on two. I can be purchased. If I click on OK, I'll get the answer. Okay, is that clear? Prithviraj, now you are clear. Still you have a doubt. If again the Prithviraj has again to repeat, let him to solve the answer. Prithviraj, is that clear?
Ma'am, clear, ma'am.
Okay. Next, we'll go.
Thank.
Who's that? Yes, who's that? You can speak.
What, ma'am?
Ask mom, so I was asking them. Okay, pivot table. Now, anyone say what is pivot table? What is pivot table? Can anyone answer it? What is pivot table? Someone texted pivot table summarizing a large data. Very good. Let me come to the concept. Here we have already seen that analyzing the huge complex data into simplified manner. Now we are going to be dealing with how to merge the two pivot table data into one pivot table. Okay, just see. I just select the have they created data into two sheets. It is then pivot table data one, pivot table data two. In a first sheet, I have given the name of the item. It is then brand I have given, region, cost, sales mill person, date of voucher. The same thing, but let me change over here. I'll change the date. Here I'll assign. I'll give a present date, today date, control colon. I'll change the date. Okay, I'll change the brand of pivot table to like can let it be a region same, but I'll change our brand. That is that Redmi is there, Oppo is there, and Vivo is there. Let me create as an OnePlus. Let me give a next mobile name as an Honor. Let me give one more phone and a name as an Zolo. Zolo. Okay, this is my brand. So what I got a brand, I'll just drag and drop it. Have changed it in a first pivot table branch to second pivot table. Now what I want to do, I want to convert into the pivot table. So what I will do, I'll select the data. I go by the insert tab. We know that if you click on a pivot table, it will ask, so where you want to be assigned the range. I want to assign this range in an existing sheet. Listen, here I want to be assign it. Okay. But if I want to merge the two table into one table, I can click on add this data into the data model. Click on OK. So first table I have created. Now I don't want to fill this table. I want to fill the table of both of it. See, if I click on all, I'm getting range 1 only. I'm not getting a range 2. I'm getting a range 2, but it isn't different. Let me create it one more. Okay. So how to create it? So let me go by the table 2. That pivot table 2 already have assigned it. So I'm getting a range of 2. I'll select the table 2. That is an brands with a cost. Click on Insert tab, click on a pivot table, existing sheet, cursor over in the beginning, and I want to add this a data model. Click on OK. Now you can see that I have a range of 1 here in a block. You have a table range 1. Only range 1 you have. If you want to be merge the two table range, you can go by the all. You can select over here. See, total number of 3 range I have already for your practical sessions. I've already prepared that one more table. So I'm getting a 2 ranges. So I don't want first one. Let me delete it. Let me select it. Okay, let it be it. So I want to add my data. It is in range 1, range 2. I need to add it. So into the one pivot table, I need to be merge it. So same person who has been the person who sold the item is in sales person Harish Satish only. And here also Harish and Satish. The cost is same. You can see the cost is same, but but only the brands have changed. So if I want to merge these two brands into the one, how I can merge? You can go by the field. Under the field, you can align it. Field I want it a vertical and horizontal. Yes. That is, and you can change it by the setting, whether you want to field in a horizontal, whether you want to field in area voice, or you want to see the field with the sections and areas, you can be selected. Okay. Now let me arrange the table. I want the table present sales. I'll just select the two table data. I want a salesperson where I want salesperson I should get in a column. Let me assign a column. Or I want in a row, I can be assigned a row. Sales I want to assign in a value. We know that. Okay. But I want to assign branch in a column. So what I got a brand of only Oppo, Redmi, Vivo I got. That is an what? Table of 1. So I want a table of 2. Where is it? Here I have a table of 2, that is in range 2. Select the brand, cursor on the column. So now you can see that you got an other brands over here. Can you see? Honor, Oppo, Zolo, and here I'll just move to right towards. You have a Oppo, you have a Redmi, you have a Vivo. Okay, here it has been categorized. Okay, if you want to merge the two pivot table into one pivot table, what you have to do? You have to click on add module, add this into the module. Once you click on add this into the module, you can align your two pivot table data into one pivot table. Okay, I'll just repeat it. I'll clear it. Clear all. Okay, let me come to the pivot table. I'll select this, even though I'll clear it. Okay, let me go by the insert. Pivot table is activated. It has a range of list. Okay, so let me select the list. Let me select, that is a pivot table. Select the pivot table, click on insert pivot table. I want in the same sheet. Let me cursor on the sheet. So I want to click on add this into the data model. Click on OK. Okay, so I got a one field. I should get a one more range, so which I want to be removed it. I can't be. I'll just show you one more time. Okay, so I'll go by the pivot table 2. I select the data. I'll arrange into the insert pivot table existing sheet. I want over here the location, add this into the data module. Click on OK. Okay, so same you'll get a data table. It's a range 3. I got it. Let me go by the all. In active next you have all. Click on all. You get a table. Then range 2, range 3. I need to be align it. So let me go by the salesperson in a rows and sales in a value, brands in a column. Okay, I got Honor, OnePlus, Zolo. Let me assign a serial number. Okay, range 1 it is. Let me assign salesperson same. If I assigned also same persons I'll get. Sales also same. I want have changed the brand. Let me align the brand. Okay, according to brand, your data will be fulfilled. That means two pivot table data can be merged into one pivot table. Okay, so next we have a condition formatting with uh, formulas. So before I'm going to be start this, take a 5 minutes of break. I'll just start it by the exactly at 3. Okay. Next, we'll do the condition formatting with the formula. So we know that in a condition formatting, we have an highlight truth, that is a greater than, lesser than, between, like in data tab, we at top bottom rows we have data bar, icon set, and the icon set, how to manage with it, how to manage the rules also I have explained. So, but now I need to be alignments. For example, if I want to be give a color, what I will do, I will go with the condition formatting. I click on a greater than, I'll give a color. So, but I need to be conditional, means greater than value. If it's an 80 only, I should be given a equal. If it's equal only, I need to give a color for it. So, how to do it? I'll just show you. We know that what is an if will do, whether your condition it will present the distinction or not, right? So, as it is here, I'm going to be show it. Cursor over here equals to if, open the parenthesis. If I have my logical text is greater than 80, what I should get? I should get a distinction, or it should not be. I don't want to fill it. I'll just open the parenthesis, close the parenthesis, enter. So if I drag and drop without the more than 80, I'll just get by the distinction. Other remaining things will fill. I'll get a blank. But right now I need to be assigned for this. It's in greater than 80, it should be colored according to my condition. So how to assign it? I can go by the condition formatting. Under the manage rules, I already have assigned. Let me clear it. Delete the rules. Okay. I'll go by the new rules. Here at the end we have use a formula to determine the which cell for it. Okay. So you have multiple values. So what I will do, I'll use a formula equals to, okay. So my value is greater than 80. Okay. I should fill it with, I should fill it with yellow, okay, or some pink I need to be filled with. If I click on OK, it will be filled by all the cells. So what is my condition? My condition is only the greater than 80, but which has been filled by all the things. See, if it's an 80 also, it has been filling. So you should not fill with the other data. What I have to do, I'll go by the manage rules. I'll alter the data. Means according to my range is my value is greater than. So I should not get this absolute method. Defaultly myself in all the Microsoft Excel, if I use by the default formulas, it will automatically it will show you the an absolute method. So right now I don't want it to the absolute method. I should not, if I drag and drop, it should be changed with the column level, not with the row level. Okay. So if it should not be drag and drop with the row level, what I will do, I'll change it. I'll change it to the dollar, means I'll change the mixed reference of row column level. If I click on OK, now I'll get my own condition. Okay. But this is in one range, but I want to get if any student who is in a team of yellow who got a more than 80, it should be highlighted. So first of all, I'll just clear this data. I'll select it. I'll go by the clear. Clear the formatting. Don't give clear all. Clear only the formatting. Let me accept it. Okay. So now select the cell that is then from the employee name to till team member. Only the name and team name. I want to highlight the data which is in greater than 80 with one more condition, that is an team name of yellow. So I need to, here I have a two condition. So what I have to select the function, it is an and. If I have a multiple function on the same string, what I have to do, you have to select the either or function, either and function. So right now I'm selecting a text formula. So I'm having a condition of text. So what I'll select, I'll select the and. So what I will do, I'll go by the condition formatting, manage rules. Okay, I'll go by the new rules. Under the new rules, I'll select the use formula to be determined. In a cell, I'll just choose a formula equals to and open the parenthesis. So it's asking the range previous what I have method, what I have used, same thing I have to use it. the range of there is an V2 is greater than 80, it should be changed. Or let me give greater than 75, I should get changed. Or let me give or 60, greater than 60, it should be changed with it. Okay. Let me assign some previous. It's in column level dragging. It's not in row level. So I'll remove the row level condition. There is a reference. I'll remove it. Comma. One more condition we have. We know that yes, my value greater than 70 or don't want 60, only 70. It should be filled. Okay. Filled with what? I'll just align the color later towards. But one more condition I have to fill. That condition is my same D2. What is it? This is an D2 is an equals to what is that? Equals to yellow. So what is my condition? Yellow. Yellow is in text. You have to specify by double quotes. Let me write yellow. Yellow team. I should get be highlighted. Okay. Close the double minute comma. Close the parenthesis. Go by the format. Fill the color by yellow, or let me color fill by the green. That column, that individual row should be highlighted. So let me click on OK. So here you can see that even this condition, what are the same previous thing. So row should be highlighted, not the column. No, sorry, column level, row column level it has to be seen, not by the low level. So but it has to be activated by the row column. So click on OK. Okay, one more comma has one extra. Okay, click on OK. Click on OK. So no yellow fill greater than 60. Okay, it's not in correct answer. Just a second. Let me check it. Sorry, I need to use the formula and open the parenthesis. Instead of if you got any confusion to write typing, you can write in a cell and you can copy, you can paste it over here. Okay, and open the parenthesis. Here D2 is n greater than 80 or 70. Let me confirm it's an into mixed reference, comma, one more condition. My D2 is n greater than, sorry, not equals to yellow. Okay, by the double quotes I'm going to be specify. It's in capital format, so you have to write in capital format only. Let me activate the caps lock. Cell yellow. Close the caps lock. Close the parenthesis. Close the double quotes. And it has to be highlighted with which color? By the green color or dark green color. Click on OK. Click on OK. It's not activated. Just a second. It's already formatted, so it's not showing. I'll give no fill. Now let me go by the color condition formatting, new rules, formulas. I'll give a formula equals to and the ranges already have given a formatted, so I hope for that I'm not getting an color, comma, the ranges equals to yellow, let me click on OK. Fill the format by yellow or blue. Click on OK. Click on OK. Still it's not activating. Just a 1 second. I'll copy this data. If I repeatedly if I use the data, I'll get same thing. Paste as an value. Sorry, paste as an value. Now let me select it. From the name total team name, go by the condition formatting, new rules, formula. Let me assign equals to and open the parenthesis. Your cell is B2 is greater than 80, comma. Your D2 is an gray equals to with the string yellow. Close the parenthesis. Before you're going to be enter it, change the format with some color. Click on OK. Before I'm going to be enter, you need to be changing the mixed reference into the column level. Okay. Click on enter. Even though you didn't get. Okay. Just I'll show you this by the later towards. Okay. I'll just show you by later towards. Let me do the next one. There is a 3D map. Okay, I'll just show you after 5 minutes. I'll just do it one more time. At the end of the session, let me do see this. Okay, next we have a 3D map. What is this 3D map? It's nothing but what we have got with the add-ons. In the add-ons, we have seen the Bing map. Okay, what is Bing map? It's nothing but display the according to the country. I'll get a as an map I'll get according to my country name. I can just explain the database. But here 3D map, here you can record the video and you can be displayed. How? I'll just show you. Let me minimize it. Go by then. I'll just show you. I've already prepared it. Just to further. I'll just show you. Here it's an 3D map. You can create your 3D map like this video. You can be presented whenever you want, but for the recording of it, it will take a minimum of 5 to 4 minutes. You just see how it will be changing, how we can assign the data. I'll just show you by my own data how you can create it. So you can change your vertical map into the globe wise. You can change the color of it. You can turn it. You can expand it. You can make it flat surface also. How to make it? I'll just show you. This is 3D mapping. By 3D, you can explain your data. Okay, so let me close it. I'll just show you how to create it. For that, I have created and according to data, the country name I have selected and some work done over this, that civil work, air condition, something. And according to that, actual budget have actual construction and other construction I have selected. So let me select the data. Go by the insert tab. Under that, you have a 3D map. For 3D map, you must have a online. Okay, internet should be there. I click on the open 3D map. Once you click on 3D open the 3D map, the Excel will be closed. Your 3D map will be open. Okay, can you see that? Select it, click on a create. Click on a create new. Once you click on a create new, you'll get a field list. Okay, it is in second field list. Then that. Oh, sorry. Here I have a field list. So that in a session, I'll just assign actual value in a. Okay, already have assigned it. You can see that actual value in a here and construction in a category. Let me assign it. Or work done by over there. I'll just assign category in a work done over by. Just select a field, drop it over in a field. Okay. Let me select that construction work over here. Some of it. Okay. Country, I'll just select the country. I'll drop it over here. Already it has been selected, country and range. You can assign over here. Okay. So now, if I close this field, I'll get a here field. So let me close it. Let me close the layer also. This here, 3D map. Okay, if I click on create a video, this will be converted into 3D video. If I click on capture screen, I'll get a screenshot. If I click on a new slide, this is one slide what we have. If you want a flat or if you want in a screen should be in a with different background, you can be changed it. If you want to change the themes, you can change the themes in a water font, black and white, gray color, or you want it other format, you can be change it. I'll just change it a normal. And if you want to take a screen option, you can give a screen options. And if you want to be refresh your data, if you have changed in Excel, if you have changed any value in Excel, if you want to be refresh, you can refresh. If you want to give any shapes, you can give your shapes. And next you have a map. It's a map label. If you don't want to label the map, you can be unlabel it, and you can see that according to my uh, data I got in and cube. Can you see? I'm holding a control and scrolled up. You can be zoom in, you can be move it, you can be zoom in, you can be zoom out. So if you want to be find the label, if you want to label your country, you can label your country or place you want to label, you can label it. Okay. Or if you want to be turn it, you can turn it. You can, if you want to be change, you can change it. Or if you want to find into a location, you can find the location. Or you want to be customize the regions, you can be customize the region. Okay. Or if I want to convert into the and different shape, you can go by the and one second screen options. If you click on screen option, you can find the screen option, you can be rotated and customize. One second. So themes, regions. If you want to explain the word wise, you can be explain the word wise. You can see. You can turn your globe. You can explain your regions. I'll select the field now. I just wanted to add actual cost in a high. It has been activated. Actual cost in a high and country over in a location, and I'll add work category in a work done in a category. Okay, it's not assigned. I'll just drag it, drop it over here. Okay, leave it's not activating. And you can arrange, you can see what is in your percentage of your data. It's in 37% strong you have data. If you have changed over here, it will be changed. For example, see if I change into the 50, it will be changed. If I change over here 20, it's going to be changed. Means if I click on refresh over here, it's going to be changed the value. Means it's going to be show that what is an perfect your data it is. It's an 100% okay, or it is an 35, sorry, now it's going to be show 75% your data is okay. If you want to be explaining the cube wise, you can explain by the and data by the cluster column. If you want by the surface kind, you can explain the surface, or by the heart map, you can be explained by the heart map. I just zoom it, you can see that I can explain by the heart map, or you can go by the and regions wise, you can explain the regions wise. These regions you have the condition, you can explain by the regions, or if you don't want, you can be highlight by like this also. Okay, this is called as a 3D map. It can be expand, it can be collapse. Okay, and if you click on legend, it will explain the data what is in exactly the color, it will be explained. If you want to be 3D chart, if you want to be assigned, you can assign the 3D chart over here. By here you can see that you can see the column chart. If you want to change cluster column chart or bar chart, if you want to change, you can change it. Okay, this you can create it. If you click on a create from the beginning, whatever you have changed your data, it will be recorded like a video, and you can be saved it. Okay, but once you want to save it, it will take a long time. Okay, you have to save it. So if you want in the flat surface, you can explain by the flat surface. If you don't want, if you want to explain by the globe wise, you can explain by the globe wise. Okay, this is a chart. Or you want to be create a new, there is a flat points, you can create a flat first. Same as it is, you have to arrange the data. That is, then I'll select the field I'll assign actually in a high, and I'll arrange country over here. So it needed its own form of data. So according to it, it will be presented. Work done, I'll just assign to the category. So work done is not assigning in the category. We'll see it. Okay. Like this, you can be explain your data. Okay. Either you can explain by the flat surface, either you can explain by the globe surface. But for this flat, you need its own data. Okay. So I think have clear with the 3D map how to create it, right? So just repeat it. First of all, you need to align your data properly. Once you have aligned it, select the data, click on 3D map, click on the open 3D map. So once you have clicked on, it will ask you to, you want to create a new, click on a create a new. Once you click on create a new, your 3D map will be opened. You can scroll it, you can check it. It's clean. You don't have any data. You need to be arranged it. If you want to be arranged it, select the data, place it in a high. Your marks should be aligned in a high. And category, that's in country has to be assigned in a location. And close it. You can check by without having an location. If you want to be location, click on a map label, so you can check it. You want in a flat surface or by the circle or by the coloring of a country, you can be change it. Column if you want, you can be checked by the column or you check by the regions. Okay. So next you have an, if you want to be change the themes, you can come to themes, you can change the color of it. You can change it. Okay. Or if I had it instead of India, in India, if I given a two value for example, let me go by the data. Instead of US, I'll just write Delhi, or let me add Karnataka. Karnataka, I'll add over here Tamil Nadu. Okay, I'll just save it. I'll want to be updated over here in a Excel. That is a 3D map I need to be updated. You click on refresh, need to wait for a few seconds. Once you refresh it, you can see that your country list can be also assigned by the country and the regions. Go by the surface or by the changing over here. The state will be highlighted. So it's not highlighted. No, it's not highlighted. Let me go by the field. Again, I'll rearrange it. Again, I'll rearrange it. Now, let me search that. Only India is showing. It's not showing any Karnataka. So, if once you have updated, you need to click on refresh data. Once you click on refresh data, it will be updated. Because of internet problem, it's not refreshing. Just practice in your home. Okay. Is that clear? Is that clear? There is an other kind of chart, or you can explain it's in 3D map. Okay. Does that anyone have a doubt with this? Anyone have a doubt with this? 3D map. Does anyone have a doubt with this 3D map? Does that anyone have a doubt with 3D map? Anyone have a doubt with 3D map? Anyone have a doubt with 3D map? If you don't have, I'll go by the next concept. Okay, I'll just show you once in condition formatting. We'll finish off this and we'll go by the protecting the sheet. If I completed a protecting sheet, protecting different kind of protection, if I completed, that concept will be over. Okay. Just a second, I'll just do again this condition formatting, manage rules. Oh, let me add a new rules, formula. Let me click over here, click on a formula, click on a condition formatting. Just check with the 3D map. If you have got with a doubt, you just say with me. I'll just repeat it again. I'll just do it again and open a parenthesis. My range is what? My range is 95 is greater than 50. Okay. 80, sorry, greater than 80. What I have to do, I need to remove this. Remove the mixed reference. Is that greater than 80, comma, my range of D2 is equals to, in a bracket, yellow. Okay, in which format it is in? It's in capital format. Let me write in a capital only. Yellow. Close the parenthesis, close the double indented comma, and need to be convert this into the an mixed reference. Go by the format, go by the fill color, click on OK and click on OK. Check the condition, click on OK, OK. Now you got it. See, before that I have aligned the multiple. If I change the Manoj into 82, Manoj cannot be. This Soumya into 82, automatically it will change the yellow color. Can you see that? Why? Because she belonged to yellow group, she got it more than 80, so automatically it will be assigned. So I'll just show you. Manager rules, I want to be remove it, I'll delete it. I want to add a new rules. What I have to select? Use formula determine. In a formula cell, you have to use you have a two condition, you have to use the formula as an and. I want to clear it first. Just a second. I want to clear it. Let me select it. Clear formatting. Clear formatting, not clear all. Click on a clear all. Select your value. Go by the condition formatting. Highlight, new rules. Under new rules, select the formulas. Give your formula. That is then your source. So I need to use the formula that is an alt. When the parenthesis, your score is greater than 80, comma, I should get filled with some text, and also if the team belong to is equals to yellow, so I need to give as in caps lock, means it's the data is in also and capital format. So let me write the group name is as an yellow in a capital format. Yellow, close the midbrain comma, close the parenthesis. Yes, need to convert into the mixed reference. Without mixed reference, if I go with given the formatting, it will be applicable for all the sheets. So I'll click on OK. I'll get the filled by the data. Okay. Now, is that clear with the condition formatting on 3D map? Is that clear with the condition formatting on 3D map? Next, we have a protection. Does that anyone have a doubt with condition, formatting, and 3D map? I got the message, no doubt. Okay. Here, we know that we have a multiple types of protection. One is in a file tab, we have a info, that is an read-only mode, encrypt with password, range protection, and sheet protection. And also, you have a cell protection, range protection, and also you have a low editing range. Okay, I just do all these things at a time. So if you want to protect the overall of your workbook, what you have to do? You need to go by the file, info protection in allocating range. Once you allocating range, if you once you have open with your Microsoft Excel, what it will be open? It will be open by always. It will ask if you want to be open by the read only mode or not. So if you don't want, what you have to do? See, once you have opened this solver workbook, what I'll get? The author would like to open now. So this solver Excel is an in a read only mode. You want to be in a read only mode. If you click on yes, it will be assigned in a read only mode. I don't want, I'll just click on a no. Why? Because I want to do the next concept. So, okay, I'll just go by it. Now, if you want to remove, you need to come back to file, info, protect workbook. I'll just remove the read only mode. Next is an encrypt with the password. Means you are going to be protect the all over the sheet. Okay. So let me give a password 123. Re-enter the password. I'll just to save this. Whatever you're going to be changed, you need to save it. Okay. Let me open that solver workbook. Once you have opened it, it will ask you the password. Okay, what is in password? 123. See, can you see the worksheet? Can you see the backside of the data? You cannot be see. Why? Because I have protected the overall workbook. Once you click on OK, it will show the different sheets. Okay. Next, you have a protection of the sheet. You can see that protection of the sheet. So which sheet I want not I want to block this protection of the sheet only. I need to be protected. Nobody has to be changed this data, but once they have opened, they can view the data, but they cannot be changed. How? Just go by the file, info, protect. I'll just remove it. Protecting the workbook. Okay. I'll go by the protect the sheet, protect the current sheet. What is the password? I'll give a password that's 789. Re-enter the password for the confirmation of the Microsoft Excel. I'll just close it by the saving. Okay. Once I have opened, it will open, but it won't ask the password. If you once you have going with the altering the data, it won't allow you. Okay, clear? I think you are understanding what I'm saying. That what you are going to be edited, you cannot be changed. Okay, see that you cannot be changed. But other sheet in a 3D map, if I changed, I can be edited. But you can't do in a protection. Why? Because I have protected this sheet. So how I can remove? You can go by the file, you can go by the info, you can select the protect range. You need to give a password. Once you click on a password, it will be removed. You can be alter. I want to be changed in a red group. I can be changed. Okay. That is an sheet protection. Then one more you have, that is an structure protection. So if you click on OK, once you click on this plus, you can add the extra sheet. Is here. If I click on plus, I can add a multiple sheet. But if you don't want this sheet, okay, so I don't want to be alter or I don't want to be enter any data, you can block to adding the sheet. How I can block? You can go by the info, you can go by the protect workbook. Under protect workbook structure, select it, give a password that is an 123, click on OK, re-enter the password 123. But now see this plus, what you can insert the sheet, that is an plus is then highlighted. If I use shift F11 to add the sheet also, it's not presenting. Or I want to delete this sheet too. How I can delete? Right click. See the deleting, inserting, rename, all the things has been hidden. So why? Because you have locked the structure. So once you have locked with the structure, you cannot be insert any sheet or merge any data or you cannot be deleted. Okay, so how you can come back? You can go by the file, you can go by the info, protect workbook. Protect workbook, I'll just unclick it, give the password, click on OK, okay, which has been unprotected. Now I want to arrange the data. Now I want to be block this range. Nobody has to be edited. If you want to be block, or I want to be block the score, okay, nobody has to be altered. That is a range protection. How to protect the range? You can select the data. First of all the cell will be locked, we know that. So how to unprotect it? So select all, right click on it, right click on a cell, click on a format cell, go by the protection. What you have got with the lock code, unlock it, click on OK. Now select the range which you want to be protected. Click on a dialog box of font or alignment. So go by the protection, click on locker, click on OK. Now, still it's not protected. Right click on a sheet, go by the protect sheet, give a password 123, re-enter the password 123. So it can be, so now see you can be edited. Here instead of blue, you can change the group of red. The date I can be changed. I can change the name also, but you can't be change the score. Why? Because it has been locked. So outer part you can be unlock it, the score or particular range if you want to be blocked, you can be block it. There is a range protection. Or same process, you can select the particular cell and you can protect the one cell. Now I'm going to be explain that protecting the cell or protecting the range and by allowing to edit the data. So outside here I have a construct that is an allocating range which you have already protected, you can't do it. Unprotected, there is a 1 2 3 and password. Now you can see allocating range is activated. Now I'll just select the range. Here I want to give the list. Okay, my for my other colleague I want to tell them to grade. Okay, write the grade over here. But if my particular colleague, if she want to be write the data, only she should write with password. Once I've given a password, only she can be edit the data. And also she should not touch any data which is an outside what I have created. Okay, or she should not be disturb any data what I have created. Means if you want to be log this, what you have to do, it is select the range which you want to be protected. Go by the allocating range, click on new, give the range number, or if you want to give your own title, you can give your own title. You can give a password 789. I'm going to be re-enter the password 789. And it has been blocked. Outside, we don't want to allow them to change anything. So what I will do here, only have a protect sheet. Click on a protect sheet. I'll give a password 123. Re-enter the password 123. I'll click on OK. Now, see, is that allowing to edit? Oh, yes, sorry. I didn't given proper password. Here, if I started to edit, it's going to be edited. I'll just do it one more time. Just select the range. I'll just select the range unprotected 789. Okay, wrong password. Just a second. 123. Yes. Now I need to block this range. Select it. Alerting range. Have already assigned it. Password 789. Re-enter the password 789. Click on OK. Click on OK. Now same, let it be it. Select the protect sheet. Give a password 789. Re-enter the password 789. Click on OK. Now, oh, it's going to be edit. Sorry, 1 second. I'll just do by the other sheet. I want to protect the C2 to C8. I want to be protected. Click on analytic range. New range has been selected. Password. Re-enter the password. Protect the sheet. Post permission information into new worksheet. Re-enter the password. Okay, now I'll cursor here. See, it's asking a password. outside, see if I edit the data, it's going to be as the permission. So the C2 to D2 what I have selected, if I click on any value, it will ask the password. If I given a proper password only, it will allow me to enter. Otherwise, it will show your data as an error. Just add a sheet. So what will be happening in the Excel if you have repeatedly used your Excel sheet? So you'll get an error messages. So same cell, same other formula if you have used, it will get an overwritten. Once you have get an overwritten, it won't be accepted. So here I want to write a name of the student. Write a Samgadana. I have already prepared by the custom list. I select it, I'll drag and drop. Here I want to write a score. Okay, so I want to write a score. I need to assign this to my other colleagues. So if she wants to write over here, I need to be protected. Once I given a password only, she can write there. So what I will do, I'll click on a alerting range, click on a new, give a password, re-enter the password. Okay, click on protect sheet, check whether the two options, there is a locked cell, unlocked cell is an activated, re-enter the password. Okay, now see if I started to write, it will ask the form that is a password. Outside you cannot be edited. Here also you cannot be edited. So if you want to, if she want to write the data, I want to give her password. Once I given a password only, she can be entered. See for example, I given a password. Now it will allow me to edit the range. Password is wrong. Let me alter it. Yes. Now you can write any data. Okay, this is an other kind of protections. Is that clear? Is that anyone have a doubt with protection? Does anyone have a doubt with protection? Okay. Today is the last session. Inform to your friends. After your completing of your exam, I'll give you an revision class. Both from the first class to till end class or till advanced Excel, whatever I have did, I'll just give you the revision for you. So you just need to be practiced. That's it. Okay. So just wait a few minutes. I'll just take a attendance. Okay, have taken. So the next class after your completing of your exams will meet you. Till that, safely you just be there. Safe. Take care. Good day. Bye bye. Thank you so much.